Let's move now into Wet Boys. We talk about the dampest of dudes, the soggiest of shooters, the moistest of men. Our guy Malik Monk holding down the name. The title. 15 points, 18 minutes. That's Malik Monk for you right there. They lost to the Bucks today. In Paris also. But let's get into Wet Boys. This is where we talk about the guys that absolutely went off in the past week. Guys that, were stupid good over the past week, had historic performances. Mm-hmm. Or, Ricky, in your case, they had a great debut.
Yeah, they did. But before I get into my Wet Boy,
oh God,
I'm doing a Dave thing. I've got two honorable mentions that I want to throw out there.
I give my Wet Boy first.
I'm giving the honorable mentions first because really you got to lead up to the big prize. You're
taking away the thunder. Ricky's Wet Boy Zion.
No, because Damian Lillard had a good week this week. Derrick Rose had a big one. Damian Lillard more so with the 40-point game he had, the 61-point game he had. Yeah, the Blazers went 1-3 this week.
That's why I didn't get it.
But whatever. He did really well and probably would have got my Wet Boy if Zion Williamson didn't play. And Zion, I think this is the first time in a Wet Boy graphic we have had a triple-digit percentage for three-pointers.
For three-pointers?
For three-pointers, we've never had 100% from beyond the arc.
I don't know, but
which Zion was.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I know it's only one game, but he played really fucking good. He had a great debut, and of course, I'm happy that I get to give Zion his first Wet Boy.
At some point, I absolutely put someone going 1 for 1 from 3 in their thing. No, so I don't think it's gonna be the first triple double.
More than one shot. Okay, he had 4 for 4. We've never put 100% from 3-point on a Wet Boy.
If we're doing some qualifying offers or some qualifying things, then yes, maybe Zion is the first ever to have 100% from most of that. Dave, who's your Wet Boy of the week?
The disrespect is real, people. The defensive player of the year, as I foretold, is now putting it together on the offensive end as well. Rudy Gobert is a fucking monster. Mm-hmm. And if you didn't get the memo, here it is. The Jazz are 18-2 in the last 20. They're fucking killing it. And that was a stretch without Mike Conley, which I know some people thought was a positive. And then Mike Conley came back.
We did the topic.
And then Mike Conley came back and was good. And they're like, oh, well, shit. It's almost like we said the Utah Jazz have one of the best starting lineups in the NBA before the season started. And people are fucking memeing us to death. And I'm like, well, I'm just saying on paper. It looks like a really good team. And Rudy Gobert just went fucking God mode this week. He has been a monster. They do this thing called winning games. Maybe Ricky's Wet Boy should hear about that sometime where wins count. But yeah, that's my guy this week, Rudy Gobert, the Utah Jazz, showing him love. They've been one of the best teams in basketball, literally. Period.
Yeah, it's been great to see. And also, the weird thing, too, is it's great to see because, A, we just get a bump from it because we're geniuses and put the Jazz as the number 1 team this year, although none of us believed it. But Correct. We're still going to take a victory lap.
Oh, you have to. You have to.
We have to. And then also the Rudy Gobert thing. It's just so interesting because, A, he had a triple-double with screen assists, which I thought that was the funniest fucking thing in the world when David Locke or whatever said.
You saw that too?
Tweeted out. Yeah, of course I saw it. But the thing, too, is just is he the best version you could see of a player that is a regular season monster and just shit in the playoffs? And it's so weird because defense is supposed to be there in the playoffs and he's the best defender, yet he sucks.
I don't have an answer yet. TBD. We'll see this out. We'll see this postseason.
Yeah.
We'll see this postseason.
And at least going to guys that apparently are choke artists in the playoffs. My Wet Boy of the week, Chris Paul. Finally, he deserves it. I mean, this guy's been playing phenomenally. We talked about it just in the last segment. He's been playing stupid well. We haven't given him a Wet Boy, but they won every game they played. He's been fantastic. They're a 7 seed. They shouldn't be. Chris Paul's a part of it. 26 points per game, 5 boards, 5 assists, 56% from the field and 44% from 3. Chris Paul deserves a shout-out, not only for the way he's actually been playing, but then also his ability to at least help Shai Gilgeous-Alexander grow, like we talked about a little bit earlier.
Shai got a Wet Boy because of Chris Paul play.
Yep. So, I mean, Chris Paul's dope. Shout out Chris Paul. Thought he was an asshole. But he's not like a Kyrie guy, you know?
It turns out he's not cancer.
He's a winner. Mm-hmm. He's a winner. And he's a winner, but he's a loser. Because he hasn't won anything.
Correct.
But he's very good at basketball.
Yeah.
And I think
who knows, by age 37, he could be on one of those cheap deals on a great team.
It's weird because I used to be the Chris Paul
hater.
No. Like when we first started this podcast, I was like, Chris Paul's underrated. Chris Paul's top
He might be,
five point guard of all time. He's a top 3 point guard. I think it was like you guys were putting like other people above him. I think it was like Steph and somebody else. And I was like, Chris Paul's so great. And then I became like a staunch hater, and I'm like, CP3 is pretty cool. So I don't know where I stand with CP3. I have a love-hate relationship with him.
I was shocked when Sean gave his wet boy like in our text group because I was like, oh, I got Zion. Dave was like, oh, I got Rudy Gobert, which shocked me as well.
I was the last person to drop it out.
No, Sean was.
I was.
Oh, you were?
Yeah,
Shit.
You were the
held on
second
long.
I
this morning.
I thought you were gonna like. I was shocked. Not really because you guys. I didn't know it was the dampest of dudes, the moistest of men, the winner of games that's usually not in there.
When you play good, your team wins.
I had Dame Lillard. I thought you were gonna go with Dame, and then when you said CP3, I'm like, oh man, that's a snub for Dame not getting a wet boy. But I mean, good wet boy.
Dame scored 61 points
and 40.
He
like 40 in one game, 60 in another, 100 points in 2 games.
61 is the headline.
Since when does that matter? James Harden.
Yeah, I mean, you go 1 for 17. You can't get a wet boy this week.
No, but this year.
This year, he's not this week, but yeah,
no one's stopping.
How many wet boys does he have this year?
3. No one's stopping.
You could have given him more. You're not giving him more.
I'm just saying.
You're part of this podcast as much as we are.
I share the love to the little guys.
I'm the one sharing the love.
I think
mostly
Dame's gotten
year.
one though before, right? Dame's gotten one this year, right?
I am. Up until last week, I picked a new wet boy who had never gotten one before.
Yeah, and then you just picked Zach LaVine twice.
Yeah, twice. Yeah, so.
Yeah. Why didn't you give yours
only
to Dame
repeat?
Lillard?
What?
Why didn't you give yours? He had a better.
It was Zion. I would have.
He had a better
like
Zach LaVine week than Zach LaVine did. Ever did.
Like I said, I would have, but Zion stole my heart.
All right, where are we at in fantasy? Are we still sucking?
Before we get to fantasy,
no. Zach LaVine could average 28, but then Damian Lillard scores 47. But no, we'll give it to Zach LaVine.
No, I didn't say I was going to give it to Zach.
I'm fucking with you.
Before we get into fantasy,
like I am,
this
always.
week is a big week for this podcast.
Is that this week?
4 years, baby.
Today?
The 26th was when the first podcast went out, but this is the week that we started this thing.
The triumphant started.
Three
yeah,
started.
Don't put my 3 months of work in the garbage here. Come on.
No, I mean
Former colleague.
You and Phil.
Yeah, me and Phil. Shout out Phil Bridges. Our guy.
But it was the first trifecta here 4 years ago, 2016.
Great anniversary.
It was David Blatt died for our
for the past 5 hours.
And David Blatt had to die for that to happen.
Yes, that was the first topic we ever did. Was how will David? What does the David Blatt firing mean, or something like that? And that was it was a good time. It was the first time I met Dave. It was the first time I met Dave. I met Dave 4 years ago.
First impression of Sean on me, douchebag. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, it was.
Yeah,
big time. No, but I think it was douchebag.
You're not too far off.
No, it was douchebag before I met you.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, once I met, I don't think I've ever disliked you. So that's the thing is, we've always been We Agree podcast.
Sure.
Ricky, fucking hate him. But
Did you? I don't think so.
Headset throw.
No. I'm talking beforehand. Me and him talking during baseball games kind of stuff.
Okay.
4 years of doing this podcast.
Yeah.
4 years.
4 years of life gone.
And he has not picked up any of my sarcasm.
No,
Ricky, I have never hated you. Christ. You got a fantasy update for us?
Yeah, we still suck.
Didn't I throw a pen at you earlier, too?
Yes, you did. I don't know where it went.
It's right there. The balance is pretty fucking
It didn't even hit me.
Well, you started bringing up the Mitchell thing.
It hit right here.
Yeah, you started throwing up the Mitchell thing.
I didn't say it until after you threw the pencil.
Yes, but I knew what you were going down. So the fact that you were going down that route, I had to throw a pen at you.
We still suck. End of story.
Yeah, okay. Where we at? 10?
We're at 8.
Okay.
We still suck.
Did we
Nope,
trade anything?
didn't move.
Nothing moved. Nobody checks.
I can give a fantasy update.
You want to check, Dave?
No, I'm saying like in our league, I'm pretty sure like 2 people are checking still.
I can give
like if we toss out trades, like who's checking?
So I can give a fantasy update. You want to give me a fantasy update? You want to give me?
No, we still got Kawhi.
Yeah, we still have Kawhi Leonard.
You want me to give you guys a fantasy update?
Yeah.
Sure.
So I'm in a league.
In the league he cares about.
My team's Hallelujah. Yeah, I paid $100 for this. Sorry, I'm gonna pay attention to this. I'm in 7th of 8th place. I just traded Kawhi Leonard. I got my guy.
Kawhi just had his first triple double, by the way, tonight.
Oh, great! I'm fucking glad I
just
traded
gonna
him.
throw that out there for you.
But I got Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray back. It's a keeper league, so that's why my keeper was Kawhi Leonard. So now I have Luka and Donovan Mitchell as my keepers, which
I understand.
It's a dynasty league, so I'm gonna be in this for years before I win it. But at some point,
about $100 each year. So
I'm gonna have Luka Doncic and Don Mitchell.
Did Kingy really just drop that? Trades? Yeah, we offered you Kawhi 2 weeks.
We'll do the
2
Kawhi
weeks
thing
ago.
again. Hey, maybe we drive up the price.
You just had
Oh,
triple
we
double.
did.
Just
Because I did it on the podcast. Offer it right now. It was Kawhi
Yeah, offer it right now.
for Satoransky and Drew Holiday.
Yeah, I want someone else though.
Yeah.
Sato sucks. We're driving up the price. Kawhi just said triple double.
Yeah.
Okay.
First ever.
All right.
Come on.
All right.
He could do it again.
All right.
He could do it multiple times.
Yep.
I got to
good
get
at
back
basketball.
into fantasy because I closed it.
Maybe we didn't offer it though. I think
No,
we
we
offered
did.
it off. Okay, all right.
Because I remember twice clicking it.
All right. Okay.
Okay.
I'm a little
Okay,
passionate
this is
about
a great
this.
show.
We're never leaving.
No, we're not.
Ricky's like, we can still get food. And I was like,
No.
no we're not.
We can still get food. They're open till
We
2.
can do food, but we can't do the place you want to do.
I know.
We can get 2 B-dubs.
I
No, they're
ranted.
open till 2.
Yeah, but their kitchen's closed. No, they're not. They're open till 1, I thought.
Still.
The kitchen closes at like fucking 12.
We can get in and get out. No big deal.
No.
I mean, we still have one more segment left.
So you
It's
want
11.
Drew Holiday.
And you're not
it's
even,
like a 30-minute drive, and we're just. Yeah.
Drew Holiday.
After I ranted about
who
that
was
shit.
on his team? I don't know who was on his team.
Kemba Walker, Bradley Beal, Alec Burks, Rocco, Bam,
Rocco.
Eric
No,
Bledsoe,
he's
Sekou
too good.
Demboya, Josh Richardson, Holmes, Daniel House, and Kevin Huerter.
Give me Kevin Herter.
No, fuck no. I would want Rocco over fucking Kevin Herter's
This isn't actual basketball.
Bam
this is
at a-
stat line.
Bam
Yes,
at a value?
and
Bam's too good.
Bam, oh, okay.
yeah, Bam's too good. Rocco is
What about
a better
Bam?
stat line.
What about Bam
Because
and
he gives you
Rocco,
blocks and steals. Kevin Herter doesn't give you that.
But he gives you assists. Oh, we don't need assists.
What about
really.
Bam? What about Bam and Rocco? Drive up that price.
We switch it from Drew
No,
to Bam
Drew-
as the
no.
centerpiece.
I would rather have Drew.
Then Bam.
Drew and Rocco, yes.
Okay. Drew
Bam
and
fits our needs maybe better.
Alec Burks.
We're so far behind in like rebounds. I say we just give up on it.
Yeah,
Just go
I think we
all in
just
on
give
the
up.
other stats, and
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo has 10.5 boards a game.
I know.
But Rocco's getting about 6 boards per game. Fuck
Do
it.
Rocco and Drew.
Fuck it.
Rocco and Drew.
There
All
you go,
right,
Kingy.
We just proposed it to
offered
you.
it.
Let's move into
It's
the final
been
segment.
offered.
It's offered. It's been offered?
Wait.
It's been
Wait.
offered.
Oh, I got to choose Kawhi. I got to choose what we give him because you got to give him something. That's how a trade works. There, it's been offered.